Hello there, everybody. I'm so glad to see everybody here already. Welcome to the show. I want to welcome Chuck Middleton, Brian, and Dub Wilkinson to the show. Welcome, guys.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you here.
So I wanted to say hello to Ann, Ange, Cindy, Gypsies, James, Sally, Anne, Sanja. Let's see. Did I get everybody? Let's see. Scrolling. So you guys are the early birds. Kip is here. Welcome. Good to see you. I gotta see if I got everybody modded and make sure that we're going good here. My thing is telling me we're not live, so I gotta go back in. Give me 1 second, guys.
It says live on my end up here on the.
Yeah, my phone wasn't telling me. I gotta get back in here. Alrighty. There we go.
I was talking and I was on mute. I was like, dang,
Nobody's listening to me.
nobody's listening to me. Like, we're in a live exercise and nobody can hear me.
Let's see if we got anybody here that's not modded. Just Kip, I'm getting you. So just so you guys know, we mod everybody. I think everybody's equal here. We kind of make sure that we know everybody that's coming in because we do get trolls.
Oh, yeah.
So Ange is out there. She's my main moderator. Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Justine, good to see you. Welcome. Change, good to see you. Everybody's popping on in. Right on. That's so good.
Yeah, definitely good to see everyone.
Yeah.
We already got 25.
I know,
Nice.
right? That's
Yeah,
good.
great.
Very nice. We wanted to see if we can get as many people. Nana, good to see you. Let's see here.
Ryan, good to see you in here.
Yep.
And he's a wrench.
Yep. I'm modding right now.
And Justine, Cindy, Nana, and Sanja, Change. Go through all of them, man. Kip, good to see you.
Yeah. Welcome everybody. I think this is going to be a good live. Hopefully. We're going to wait to see if anybody else pops in before. Hi, Stupid. Good to see you. Okay. Yeah. I have a lot tabbed up. We want to get as many people in here before we start. It looks like everybody's pouring in. That's awesome. Awesome. Good to see everybody. Hello, Brian? Are you there?
Ryan, what's up?
Yeah, I'm here. I didn't know you guys were. I thought we were saying Ryan in the chat, but that was pretty short too.
Well, Brian and
Brian, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully I got everybody modded. We have Visionary Vet. Let's see. So I mod everybody, so everybody's kind of like feeling on an equal. We want everybody equal here. Also, if you have a channel, you can drop the link of your channel. Hi, Horse Mom. How are you, Cinda? Good to see you. It's been a long time.
I told her a long time no see. Yeah. I saw her the other day.
Very happy to see you.
Horse Mom.
Very happy.
Yeah, drop a link, share your channel if you have breaking news or something that you want us to watch. I'm sure Michelle's got a lot, but she can tab it up and get to it if it's.
Yeah, well, this one's I'm going to think it's going to be pretty packed full.
Okay.
But definitely, if you guys have a channel you want to promote, the more that gets out, the better. Just put below it that this is my channel link, so that people do know. I have no problem with that. I want everybody to be equal here. Like I said, Anne's just my main moderator, so she's going to keep a good look.
She's the bouncer.
She's the bouncer of the bounce.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, good to see you guys. Man, we already got 31. Already 31 in here. Let's see here. We got XXXX Gunsmoke. from Canada. Welcome, welcome.
Smoky Canada.
Yeah, Smoky. Yeah, Smoky Canada.
Something's going on because our air, we do have, it's like you can smell it wherever it's coming from. I mean, I'm in North Carolina. I'm a lot, yeah, pretty far down from Canada. And, you know, it depends on which way the wind's blowing, but that stuff blows over us. It's crazy.
Okay, welcome, welcome.
Ryan, you probably see it up there, don't you, where you're at? Pennsylvania or something? Does that smoke ever come down where you're at?
It comes and goes, and when there's stuff in the air, what I like to tell my children and everybody I talk to and see, like, how come we could smell someone's fart, and how come you could smell all these things in the air, but we got this smoke in the air and you don't smell it? So what is in the
You
air?
don't
That's
smell
what
it,
I
that's
say.
true.
No, it doesn't smell like anything. You could smell a campfire, you could smell a cookout, you could smell all these things and you don't see them, but yet this so-called thick campfire ash or smoke coming out of Canada or whatever, you can't smell it, but you see it.
It's climate change, man.
Yeah.
Right. So, like I said, anybody here that wants to promote their channel, the more we get out, the better. Go ahead and do that. You will not hurt my feelings one bit. You can drop your link and just put that this is my channel link, so we can all sub to it. We're gonna have I'm hoping a very good live. I have a lot tabbed up. So I'm gonna go ahead with my opening statement since we have 33 watching. Like I said, welcome everybody. So glad that you guys are here. So about a week ago, I posted up a video on Maui. I did mirror a channel that I am no longer sub to, that I unsubbed a couple years ago. I do know that he is a paid opposition. I didn't recommend that channel, but I thought what he put out kind of caught my interest in what he had to say. But I should have taken time out. I should have taken the time out to really look at this whole situation a little bit better. As someone that's seeking the truth and that wants to always put out the truth, I wanted to apologize to everybody. The channel I'm talking about is The Plain Truth, and he has got a billion channels, but at the same time, after I looked at that whole video, regardless, that video that I mirrored on him got me over 510 views, like within 2 days. That's the most views I've ever had. But then I kind of thought about this. I said, look, why, we know YouTube pretty much takes down anything that's like remotely close to the truth. This ordeal that we're talking about with Maui should have been taken down from his channel or my channel if it was the truth. So I had to kind of sit back. I had a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, kind of, didn't comment on the video, and I asked them why, and they said because they're not going to believe a lot of the stuff fake until proven real. And I kind of was set back. I wasn't like disappointed or anything, but it kind of gave me a little slap in the face, kind of like a little slap in the butt, kind of thing, kind of wake up a little bit. And so my whole thought process kind of went to a different direction. So I want to thank my good friend Ange, for kind of speaking up. I have much respect for you. That kind of turned my head another way, and then I ended up taking the video down. So I do want to apologize because I do not want to give out any disinformation. And when we do, or when we kind of jump the gun on things, we have to let it be known, because that's what we do. I never, ever, ever want to do that. So I do apologize to anybody that did see that video. And I kind of take it back. So now we're going to circle back on Maui. So with that being said, I do guys want to give you a heads up. There might be some people that might get their feelings hurt here. I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings, but at the same time, I'm asking everybody here what we're going to present today to kind of just have an open mind. And if you can, just hang out with us as long as you can to listen to everything that we have to present. Anybody have any comments to what I just said?
I just want to add your point about the way YouTube is. If you put anything out that they don't like, they're going to delete it. You know what I mean? And all of that stuff that they're promoting with Maui is blowing up. So that's just a little fishy to me.
Yeah. And like I said, that was the video that took off for me. That was the only video. And I was like, something's wrong with this. And like I said, Ange kind of, she wasn't rude about it, nothing. She just put her point of view, and I just was silenced. I was like, and you know what? Having good friends like that, you need that. And I would rather somebody tell me the truth or just kind of knock me into the right direction. And it didn't take long after that. Hi, Captain. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Did my time. Hi, did my time. Welcome, welcome. I'm adding as a moderator. So yeah, we got 42 watching already. And so I just wanted to present all that. I know Brian has done some research on this. My thought process has totally changed on this. And I want you guys to see if you can see what I see or have anything to add to it, because I really think it's very important that we, as searching for the truth, we got to take our emotions out of it. And I think I kind of had a little bit of emotion in it that kind of made me post that video. I should have just taken a few, maybe a day or two for me to get my wits about me. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I just want to add something too, talking about your emotions. See, that's how the media works. They pull on heartstrings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you don't see the truth when you're emotional.
Right.
In my research, I have some things tabbed up myself. Excuse me, I'm yawning and stretching. But in my research, I come across a comment. It was only 4 comments on this one video, and the one guy was saying how he thinks a plain truth, and that's funny you brought this up. He says, "Oh, he's a shill," and then I forget the next person he talked about, but it was the fact of what I was looking for, and it is a video interview of Judy Wood denying the DEW weapons in paradise. You know what I'm saying? So she says that, hey, 9/11 was DEW, and but no, you California fires, that's not DEW. You guys are crazy. You're not looking at it right. So I just wanted to throw that out there. That was something I just found out recently too. And so she says it is this in one aspect, and then says it is not in another aspect. So there we go with that.
Right. And I've seen a lot. Okay, I've looked at a lot of videos and stuff, and a lot of witnesses, and I've seen a lot going on. To me, and I know it has a really big feel of a production in this whole thing. Yes, a land grab, DEWs, yes, but a controlled burn, yes, but I 100%, and anything I have to say, please take it as just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm totally right, but I just want to get everybody's opinion on it. And if you don't agree, go ahead and let me know. Hi on the level, good to see you. But what I'm trying to say is that I found a lot of production in this. This reminds me of a lot of mass shootings that I followed, 9/11. And if we're going to test the waters today, so if there's any truth coming out, let's see if YouTube takes this video down. We're going to try to copy it when we're done with this live, keep it on the shelf. But let's see. Maybe you know, you never know. Hi, Kansas Gal. Good to see you. Hi, Mike. Good to see you too. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Good to see everybody here. I'm so glad that you guys are hanging out with us, and we're gonna see what we're gonna present here. We did promote this live a lot, trying to get everybody to get on board to come over. So I'm very grateful for that. So what do you guys think? Anybody want to say anything before I go ahead and start showing what I have tabbed up? Anybody?
I was at KFC eating today, and they had a Mountain Dew. It was only at KFC. It was called Sweet Lightning. Anyway,
Oh
that was
wow.
pretty unique.
Sweet Lightning.
Sweet Lightning with lightning bolts.
Yeah. Mountain Dew is really good at promoting the DEWs, aren't they?
Do the do.
Do the do, guys, which I don't do. Double Consider, do you have anything to add to this before I start?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Your program.
Well,
Stupid just said I'm ready to start hurting feelings.
Now, if you get your feelings hurt, then we need to just check them at the door. Come on, guys. Just listen to what we all have to say, and at least just listen and be open-minded about it. I don't know if we might all agree. You never know, but it might be different. So, all right, let's get this party started.
Roll it.
Roll it. Let's see. So, just to let you guys know, we have a channel that we follow quite closely. His name is The News is Fake 4, and this is a video he put out. I hope he doesn't mind me playing it, but this is from The News is Fake 4, and this is the one I wanted to start out with. Enjoy.
TV4 meteorologist Malika Dudley lives in upcountry Maui, and it's been a roller coaster of emotions for her and her family.
Well, this is real life. Babies crying. We've got people with major sounds driving by, and I just got word from my neighbors that the fire is headed back towards our house. I called 911, and they are deploying, hopefully, fire to that area. My husband.
Malika Dudley, you may remember she joined us yesterday, not long after she had to evacuate her home in Maui with her 2 kids and the child of a friend. Malika, first of all, just how are you and the family as you are also working around the clock to get all of us updated?
Sorry, Kira. Yeah, sorry, Kira. Sorry, Kira. Asking how are you during this time is just really hard because everyone on the island, everyone in Hawaii, across the world, people are with us. We feel it. We feel them mourning with us. We feel them supporting us, and the aloha is overwhelming.
After letting people through for 90 minutes today, Maui police abruptly shutting down this entrance, leaving many drivers furious.
How are people supposed to get there if the damn roads are closed? Get some authority out there and figure it out. This is nonsense. How are people supposed to get there if the damn roads are closed? Get some authority out there and figure it out. This is nonsense.
We've been pulling people out since last night, trying to save people's lives. And I feel like we're not getting the help we need. You know? Oh my God. This is a nationwide issue at this point. Yeah, we need help. A lot of help. We got to get people down here.
And we have 2 people here who actually survived, had to run for their lives. Joanne, describe what happened.
It was like Star Wars flashing fire. It sounded like a giant blowtorch, and you're running from that. And we had to run in the ocean because we were starting on fire. And we were in the ocean probably like 8 hours, fighting the water, getting pulled out. Flames were hitting you still. Things were falling from the palm tree on fire on you.
Terrifying. I understand you couldn't even see because of all of the
ash and the embers. They kept trying to wash it out with salt water.
And you suffered some injuries. Can you show us?
Oh, not bad compared to how some people are. I made through it very, very, very nicely.
Luckily you.
Very nicely.
Luckily you made it out alive, but your house did not survive. I understand.
No, not a thing. I walked back up there at 5:30 in the morning, and it was just a pile of ash. The whole neighborhood.
The entire
The
neighborhood.
entire neighborhood.
How do you cope with something like that? So much loss.
I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. I'm just trying to do what I can before it really hits me because I don't want to even think. You know, I lost my 4 cats, I think, and
Oh my goodness.
and all of my neighbors, and you know, we don't know where some neighbors are still.
At this point, 67 people have been confirmed dead, and so many more are still missing. Also, JC, you were caught in that fire. Describe your experience.
Well, I wasn't caught in the fire, but outside the fire.
Boy, they sure are happy for losing cats and houses and all that. They sure are happy. No emotion.
I started noticing, sorry, real quick, that they started talking about animals a lot anymore. You know what I mean? They switched from like finding humans and saying like, oh, charred bodies in cars to like, oh no, my pets are missing. I'll see a lot of interviews with my pets are missing. But whatever. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's everything is so delayed and I still haven't seen much emotion out of most everybody that I'm tabbing up. So if you guys see something when I'm playing a video, please don't, go ahead and tell me to stop if you want me to stop. If you want to say something or show me something, that would be great. That's fine.
Well, I noticed the chat just froze up and it booted. Several people are saying they just got booted. That's pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I wanted to say hello real quick before I move on. Hi, Tommy. Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. Wendy, Eric, a lot of other people. Danny and Lisa, Buried Axe Blade. I know you guys are going to drop some links in the chat, but I'm telling you, I have a full show tabbed up. So please don't get offended if I don't get to your links, okay? But yeah, welcome everybody. Good to see you. I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this video.
My house is in the middle of Lahaina, so that was burned down. But I stand on the highway just north of town between Lahaina and Kaanapali, the only road where the tourists go. So I stand on the road representing the real church, heaven on earth here today, which is one community, one people, not a religion of Christianity. So I am really the pillar of the community that Joanne was talking about.
I'm glad you made it out okay. Thank you so much,
You're
JC.
welcome.
Now, right over.
Wow, that was loud.
He's the pillar of the community.
Yeah, I was wondering why he said that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I am the pillar of this community.
Yeah. All right. So that's gone.
Well, he specifically said it because it's not all about all this Christianity. We're all one people. You know what I mean? He tried to. That's exactly what he said.
Exactly. So I wanted to kind of show you that. Hi, John. Good to see you. Welcome. Adding you as a mod. Okay. So, wow, we got 53 watching. That's really good. I'm really all glad that you guys are still here and gonna be here to see what we're gonna show. So.
Uh-oh. Brian, can you hear me?
Yep, she got the boot.
Dang. She should be back in a second. So I'm going to say, hey, good to see everyone. Ann, Rita, Michelle will give you a wrench when she gets back. Mike, Gypsies, Justine. We got a lot of people in here. I bet Michelle's cussing right now.
You know, I don't know if she's going to be showing like video footage of aerial stuff and stuff like that, but that's just something I have on here, that all the cars are all in one spot, and some of the scenes it's just like, why are they all in the exact same spot? Everybody, you know, and one of them, it makes no sense. It's like, what'd they do? All park up beside the seawall and dive out into the ocean over the rocks together? Why wouldn't they just pull up to the beaches and things like that?
Yeah, I want to welcome Michelle to the show. Good to see you, Michelle.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I think a lot of things are going to happen. I'm echoing now, which is
Obviously. You sound good on our end.
Yeah, I'm echoing. It won't even let me delete the device that's not connected. That's really weird. Let's see if I can go back here. All right.
Maybe try taking off just a few tabs at the end, maybe, or something.
Well, it won't let me. Let me. Okay. Let me stop cam.
We got a double dub.
Yeah, we got double. That's why. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
it's
gonna mess
weird.
with us. They're
Big
gonna
time.
mess with us. Stop, Mike. Hello. Dang it. How am I gonna do this? I'm just gonna have to back out. Back out.
Yeah, I was telling Brian when you jumped out, I was like, I bet Michelle's back there cussing. This never happens.
Never. No.
Please be patient, everyone. We got a lot of good stuff lined up.
Man. Okay. It's still echoing me. Am I echoing in the chat, guys?
No, not on my end.
No.
They say sounds good in the chat.
Okay, good. Unmute. I got double. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Why is it doing that?
Maybe Dub needs to go over and talk to the neighbor.
All right. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and continue on. I'm so sorry. This is gonna bug me all the stream. But isn't it Ansa's buffering class? Isn't this funny? How they're gonna mess with us? Because I'm gonna put out the truth. I'm telling you, we're gonna put out the truth today. Oh, how dare them!
How dare them?
I wanted to say hello to Carla, Rita. Let me see who else I didn't catch. But yeah, as long as they're not.
You sound fine.
Okay.
Really.
Hi, Megan. How are you? Good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. So anyway, let's go ahead. And if you guys hear any echoing or any kind of audio problems, please let me know. I don't know how to get this off of me. That sucks. Anyway, let's see. Get out of here.
In the chat, do any of you guys is Echo Michelle? Echo Michelle. Is Michelle echoing? You don't sound. I don't hear you echoing on my end.
It sounded like choppy. Maybe not an echo, but like like that. But it's all right.
Sandra says she gets an echo. I've got two of me going. I don't understand, and it won't let me put myself. That's really weird.
We'll get it going in a minute. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no other device going on. It's just, like I said, we do this every Sunday. It never happens until today.
What's the lottery up to there, Danny?
What, 666 million?
That's funny.
I have a video about the
we're
Mega
just gonna
Millions.
Continue on.
Yeah.
We're just going to go on with the show. That's what we're going to do.
Ange just said no echo here.
Okay, let's just do this. So that was the beginning of everything. So let's see. Let me see what this one is. Go back. Go here. Man, isn't this bigger? I swear.
Danny, it's billions and trillions and billions and billions of dollars.
Okay. You guys, are you guys seeing my screen?
Nope, not yet.
Now they're messing with me.
Obviously, if you're not bought and paid for, they're gonna make it harder on you. We know that.
Man. This really makes me mad. This is too funny. A lot of people spent. Okay, let's see. Let's do that.
There you go.
All right. All right. So this one, just so you guys understand that Maui, Lahaina, or whatever, however you say it, has not had internet, has not had electricity, has not had running water. Last I checked, they still didn't have any of that. This one was like 5 days ago. And I want you to hear, I have several videos of people that were, you all heard that everybody was had to jump in the ocean to get away from the fire. This one stood out to me pretty crazy. So here we go.
The Maui wildfires are chilling scenes of people escaping approaching flames by running to the only place that wasn't burning, the ocean.
All right. Are you guys getting any going on the?
No, just your talking's the only thing that sounds funny. This video sounds fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You're okay. Just keep rolling. It's good.
Well, it's not okay on my end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, it's
Is
really.
it
really
echoing
bad.
y'all's in?
Really bad.
The echo is almost on like no latency echo for us. You know what I mean? Like you can hear something there, but it isn't like echoing, but it's something.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's weird.
All right, I fixed it. I fixed it. I am so sorry, guys.
That already sounds better.
Oh
Yay.
my gosh, I fixed it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. What
All
happened?
right. Thank goodness I fixed it. Okay. So, all right, we're going to continue on.
Hey,
Thank
man.
you guys all for hanging in there with me. I fixed it. All right, now we're going to do this. Okay. Whew. Let's try this again.
Sounds good. We're getting in the chat.
Yeah. Perfect.
This is how Lahaina resident Mike Chiquino survived the fire along with his wife. The two of them spent hours in the ocean before the Coast Guard rescued them. Mike joins me now live from Hawaii.
So I want you guys, once again, I want you to kind of comprehend that they've had no electricity. They jumped into the water. His story that he tells is a very big contradiction. No internet, no electricity. You got a major fire going on. There's, power lines are down. You're getting nothing, no water, no nothing. So let's listen to his story.
Hawaii with more on the harrowing story of survival. How did you get to the ocean? I know you said the
heroine story.
Past, you barely had time to think.
Pretty much we just tried driving, the opposite way of the fire, but immediately traffic was everywhere. Nobody knew where to go.
Nobody was directing you. Nobody was
everywhere.
telling you anything, right?
No, when it happened, I knew that if I called 911, the phone might drop out, or even if I could get a hold of 911. So my first thought was to call my mom because she's in Wailuku and she does have a signal, have her contact 911.
So he called his mom when she she would have a signal, but he wouldn't have a signal. Just kind of think of that.
And then see where we're supposed to go. I immediately got a call back from my mom like a minute later that she talked to
There's no electricity, there's no internet, there's nothing. Okay, he's in the ocean.
911, and all they could tell her was just follow the traffic, follow everybody else. But that made us get into a giant traffic jam where nobody could get out. And basically, fire was everywhere. So you had people running to the left, to the right, towards the ocean. Nobody knew where to go. There was just not enough warning.
We're looking at this video now of the fire, and we just saw a moment ago a shot of you standing in the water and all these other people standing in water up to your, I guess, up to your waist, even up to your rib cage. Was that the only safe place you could find?
At times, even where you're seeing these videos where people are standing, became on fire. It was like a continuous bomb going off. So there was times where you couldn't even be in the water without getting burned.
How long
So
were
it's
you in
kind
the
of like
water?
on and off for 3 hours. So every time the water started getting fire, we would swim into a spot that had a little bit of less smoke and a little bit more oxygen. And it was just going back and forth. And this is over a 12-hour period.
Wow. How deep and how far out did you have to go to get safety from all this smoke?
Okay, so did you catch that? He was in the water for about 3 hours, but this went on for 12 hours. I just wanted to point that out to you guys.
Oh.
It was so dark. So there was times where I don't even know how far we were out, but there, we were trying to touch the bottom, it's basically keep our heads above water. My wife's not the best swimmer. And then we got stuck in a rip current that was pulling us out. And there was times where we couldn't even touch the ground and we don't even know where the land is. When smoke would clear for a second, you can see some red. You're like, okay, that's where the land is. But even in the smoke, you had ambers and fire hitting you. And every time the fire would hit my back or my face, I would dunk underwater and get it, then come back up, get a breath. The fire would hit me. I would go back underwater. And this went on throughout the whole night.
Mike, I can't imagine what was going through your mind.
Anywhere from 3 to 12 hours. We don't remember. Anywhere from 3 to 12 hours, I had to put my head up and put it down and, dodge fire, flying over my head out in the ocean.
But just
Wow, talk about a fish story, right?
Right? Well, all of these I have tabbed up are pretty much going to contradict everything that they say. They contradict during their interview or whatever. But I'm just pointing out, too, he's getting ready to say how many times and who he called and, all this in the water. So listen up.
There was a lot of times we didn't think we're going to make it at all. I just remember calling my mom, my brother, my daughter, tell them that I love them and that, tell my mom I don't think I'm going to make it out of here, take care of my daughter. When we were hiding in the ocean, I thought we were going to drown because you're taking in so much smoke. You can feel yourself getting tired. It was weird. You're scared, but then you're getting tired and you're slowly losing consciousness with every breath. And I realized at points, if we stayed in the water, not only are we getting hit by fire, but we're going to die from smoke inhalation just breathing it in, and we're going to drown. And I know that some of the people that were out there with me drowned. I saw babies that were out there that I never saw again.
You saw babies out in the ocean with you?
People were holding babies. And when I went back when I was helping the Coast Guard
33 babies.
gather people and get head counts and getting the groups.
So when he got rescued, he went with the Coast Guard to help pull everybody out. After he talked to his mother, his sister, his cousin, his sister, and his aunt, and his uncle, and his, during all this. Okay.
Together, to try to get people out of the fire as much as I could. When I was doing a head count of the kids, the babies weren't there anymore.
Oh my God, that is so
bullshit.
And let it run.
Let it ring.
Let it ring through the land.
See, this is where they get people pulling on the heartstrings. Now tell me this guy is not reading a script. He's not emotional. If you thought you were going to lose your life, you would never see your little girl again, and you're talking to everybody, you got your wife there with me, is there going to be some emotion? I think not.
Oh,
With all the videos
so
out, where are
distressing.
videos of the bodies? You know what I mean? Where are some videos of bodies?
I haven't seen
A lot
any.
of talk about bodies.
Haven't seen any.
Not one video.
They're all charred in the cars. You know, that's what people
Yeah,
are saying.
that's it, yeah.
Charred bodies in the cars.
Okay, let's continue.
How did the Coast Guard finally find you?
That was, thank God, my mom called. Last thing I said when we got to Front Street was, we're jumping in the water. I don't know if I'm going to make it. We're in front of Waikiki Brewing Company. She had the smarts to call the Coast Guard, and they had no idea there was even a fire in Lahaina when she called.
Okay. They had no idea. The Coast Guard had no idea there was a fire when she called. Okay.
Whenever my phone would sometimes get a signal, I would get texts, and I knew that in one of the texts, my mom said, "Coast Guard's looking for you."
In the water. In the water. He got text in the water.
I kept my eyes out in the water. I don't see any boats that are moving. And then I finally saw one way later in the night. This is closer to midnight, 1 o'clock now. And this, keep in mind, this started at 3:30 at night, or 3:30.
You know who he kind of looks like? He kind of looks like Neil Armstrong when they were interviewing him. You know, he would look away, and he just looked like he didn't want to be doing it.
It started at 3:30 at night. He just said it.
Right. So it started about 8 hours. He's in the water now with his phone. So his phone had an 8-hour charge, just so you guys know, in the water, getting calls from the Coast Guard and his mother and text and all this.
That's a good phone battery.
That's what I'm saying. So people got to understand, yes, there's phones that are waterproof, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But now he said that now they're going on 8 hours being in the water. Okay, here we go.
In the afternoon, I saw those red and blue lights out in the water, and I knew it was the Coast Guard. I'm flashing my phone flashlight at the Coast Guard, and I'm trying to yell for everybody else to do the same.
He's been in the water for now 8 hours, and his phone's still working with the flashlight.
At that same time, while I'm doing this, I actually got a phone call that said U.S. Coast Guard. My mom gave my number to them, and they happened to call me, and I was basically the point of contact for the Coast Guard, trying to direct them into where to go to shore to save us, because we couldn't take any more smoke.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Go to...
Yeah.
So that one to me was very classic. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
He probably got paid good money.
So, like I said, we have 67 people watching. Welcome, everybody. This is the most that we've ever had. We wanted to bring in a good crowd in here. I really thank everybody for being here. But I'm going to tell you, I think the land grab happened. Yeah, I'm sure they did a land grab. We do know there was DEWs, but this is my way of thinking. This doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying, I'm throwing this out here. I think that this was all done previous. I think the land grab happened way previous. This is a production. There's no emotion with these people. I've seen a lot more white people than I've seen Hawaiian people in any of these videos. So
that's one big thing I picked up on. Sorry. White people, white people, white people, not native people, white people.
Right.
Not Hawaiian, yeah.
Yeah, and these people supposedly have been there all their lives. And I seen a lot yeah. So I just wanted to point that all out real quick. I thought that one was very telling.
Can I point something out too, real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the whole deal with a lab exercise, like they say, is it's multifaceted. They get each group of people. You know, they got the liberals with a certain narrative. You got the conservatives, and you even with the QAnon group. what they're saying is that all the children, the reason there's no children is they were stolen and they're trafficked. All the children, that's the reason you don't see no kids. And I mean, just remember, it's multifaceted. It's a live exercise.
Right.
It's insane.
I do see, and I want to point out just real quick, the things that they're pushing the most, the big narratives. They're pushing that Oprah Winfrey, all the celebrities, you're going to have a front man to take the fall. Nothing's going to happen to any of these people. They are part of the elite. They're part of the club. So when everybody's sitting there looking at the celebrities have always been a part of the club no matter what. So there you have to kind of take out of the equation. This is my opinion, everybody, but I'm trying to let you know that somebody's got to be a front man. They've got all these celebrity homes that were not touched, yada, yada, yada. So I'm not even looking at that. I think that's another distraction. I think that's something that they want everybody to look over here, because if you guys think about it, nothing's going to ever happen to anybody that's an elite member that is part of the club, just like Trump or anybody else. So that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
Absolutely.
I agree.
Okay. Alrighty. So then I turned to I wanted to see who was going to be a part of the Go Fraud Me club. And so I Googled this and I wanted to show you that everybody, of course, okay, like if something tragic were to happen in my area, of course, a Go Fraud Me account would be nice. But I'm going to show you guys this. I Googled it. This is how you can donate to Maui. And I want to show you, you guys can see my, everybody has the perfect picture, like they're posing for the Go Fraud Me accounts. You've got, I'm going to just keep scrolling just so you guys can look at this.
Hey, Brian, say that point that you brought up at the beginning about the GoFundMe. That was pretty good.
About millions of dollars. If you search down through here, some of them have raised $2 million already. Some of them only asked for $75,000 and got $400,000. You just got to look at all the numbers and follow the money. And this
you
thing is
said that,
endless.
Yeah, you don't have to be even there. You could say, well, my brother is in. Yeah,
I could be like, yeah, my brother Chuck, he lives in Hawaii. I'm in New York and I need some money. We're starting a fundraiser for him, and I haven't had no contact with my brother Chuck. And then everybody just starts donating.
Yeah.
And yeah.
That's insane. They're endless. Look at all that money.
Yeah. So we wanted to show you guys all this. And I'm going to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Frosty, now would be a good time for you to go ahead and plug your GoFundMe in the description box if you want.
No, you can't.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
And so many people not from Hawaii even. It's just like, like I said, someone collecting money supposedly for the, whoever or whatever.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to raise 24,000, they raised 100. Or no, wait. I mean, there's a lot of money, and you can keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And it goes for days. Days and days.
You know what this makes me think of, kind of, is all the people, if they were displaced before, like 6 months before, they're probably, these GoFundMes are plugged into their accounts. I mean, it's just a possibility.
I'm gonna take
What do you
just
think?
I'm gonna take just a couple minutes, and I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna
Okay.
keep scrolling.
You know what I'm saying, though? It's like, if they moved these people, like, long before it happened, I mean, they got to have income coming in. So what better way? What you think, Brian?
Sorry, yes. Setting this stuff up for people that need the money that played the part, you know what I mean? Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
that's what I'm
understand
talking.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
totally.
Yeah, yep. Helping them out and then getting the people that don't understand what's even going on to pay for all the thing in the first place, you know what I mean? That's why it's always like one of the videos that I had tabbed up, and it was a video about the celebrities, all saying how um, they feel bad, and we got to do something and this and that, and it's basically celebrities are asking you to donate, but then it's another one of those dupe and delight ones. The girl's sitting there trying to tell you, and she's like, I don't even know where my family's at, and she's just laughing while telling you that. I
Hmm.
have that video here, and it's just like, all right.
Well,
It's just
this is how you fund the actors. No matter how small part you play, the bigger the part, the bigger the GoFundMe. You see what I'm saying? Look at the amounts. Some of them are like you said, 2 million. Some of them are 43 million. I
And
mean, this definitely is how you would fund it.
I had a thought too. Sorry, I had
All right.
I had a visitor, but anyway, uh, let me just say this. This thought came through my head, and I'm just kind of curious what you guys think. Was that they tell all the residents, that hey, we're going to put you a GoFundMe account. Whatever you can raise, you keep.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I think everybody in these pictures, most of them are all posing for the same thing. I
Yep.
mean, look at these pictures. I mean, help this family and this family, and it keeps going and 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 going. It's on and on and on. And I keep scrolling. This is all for Maui. Now I know there was a lot of people supposedly affected, but when I started looking at all this, they all look like they're posing for the GoFundMe account.
Very good point. Absolutely.
And it just keeps going. It's never ending. I scrolled forever on this.
you could slow down and stop on some of those. You see they've reached their goal, you know what I mean? And some
Yeah,
of them have hundreds of thousands in excess. Not
yeah.
all, some of them. And some of them, the biggest one I've seen went up to like $2 million, and they have 1.8 million so far.
Wow.
And it's more way at the top, that one in general. It's a $2 million one. It's got
Yeah,
1.8.
like Brian said, you could be anywhere and say, I have my sister's boyfriend's nephew's uncle. We
Right,
haven't heard from him in 5 days. Please help us.
right. Um, it's always something like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna scroll back up. Sorry, I was scrolling kind of when I got interrupted.
72 in the chat. Awesome.
Perfect. Wow, that's the most I've ever had, guys. Just so you guys know, I'm not looking for popularity, but we do want to get the information out. So
Absolutely.
I welcome everybody here, and I am so grateful for that. And we do welcome anybody's opinion on this stuff. So thank you so much for being here. 71. That's the most I've ever had. So anyway,
Scroll up a little bit more. Sorry. It's just right up. It's New York. It's up on the left. It's on mine. It's right on the left, and it's just a little bit further up. But yeah, they got 1.8 million of $2 million that they're asking for, and it's from New York. It says, "Hello, we're in New York," and I didn't even click on it. But
Wow. Yeah.
keep going a little bit further. It's closer to the top.
well, we got. Wait, what did I see? Wow. Some people asking for quite a bit. Some didn't ask for nothing, which is kind of weird to me. Some were like asking for 5,000, you know, type deal. I'm scrolling. I scrolled quite a bit down. Sorry, guys.
And there was still more room at the bottom.
I'm still
It's coming close. It's right by these ones. It's KOA ones I've seen, or whatever that is. Keep going up a little bit further, or you might have passed it. but it's right around those KOA ones. But it's a
Oh,
New York
okay.
one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. These ones. Right here, 400,000. Well, let's see here.
Yeah, that one's one of them. There it was, 400,000 of 75 already. Go down a little further. It's on the left, the New York one. Not that we have to sit here and be like, prove it
We're
and
just
show
kind
it.
of trying to show you guys how crazy that right here. Well, they're asking for
That's it. That's it.
yeah,
Yep.
right
It's got
here.
it different on yours. Sorry, that's why we're.
This
But
one.
yeah, that's it. $1.8 million already. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Especially for a crisis actor. I mean, give me a break.
Right.
I bet you the first responders probably are the higher paid ones. And then your pedestrians, like a movie. The whole thing reminded me of a movie set.
I wanted to
And
say hello to Susan. Let me see. Flamingo fan, welcome, welcome. Adding you as a mod. Carmi, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, everybody if I've missed you, I'm so sorry. Carla, welcome, welcome. So yeah, so I wanted to point that out, the GoFraudMe accounts, just so everybody can get an idea. Like I said, I think this is all a production. I really think we got 74 watching. That's way cool. So I want to go to my next one because I thought this was just classic. There's also let's see if this was the next one. Yeah, this is it. I had to write all my tabbed up down on a piece of paper to make sure that I was going in order. But just so you guys know, this one is classic. It does have contradiction in it. People said sirens were not put out. And so I want you, this is only 3 minutes long. I want you guys to hear this stupid story. Sorry. Here we go.
I realized everything is gone because that picture is on a very thick album under the girl's bed on a second floor. We were just home and my partner said the fire is contained, and he was worried the whole time because he said this wind is going to be really bad. He's born
I hate the word partner.
in Maui, so he said.
Say that again.
I hate this word partner. I tell my wife about it all the time. We never say partner. Anybody, I hate that word partner. It just
Good
sounds
point.
so dumb.
Yeah.
That I've never seen a wind like this. So the girls were just playing in front of me. I was breastfeeding. The alarms start going on.
What alarms? What alarms start going on? This is during the day. Everybody said no alarms went off. Just saying.
And when I look outside, it's just all black smoke. And then my partner said, we have to go. And then when we were at my mom's van, we could see all the neighbors trying to evacuate, like very panically. I told my mom, I didn't take anything. And she said, let me have the baby and go grab as much as stuff as you can. And my daughters was just so scared. They said, please don't go. We don't want you to burn. They like pulled my hair and said that they were like very scared. So I end up staying in the car. We were there for 4 hours and I was so comfortable thinking that it will never get there. A police officer was driving through, screaming, evacuate, evacuate. That was
Okay, another contradiction. Police officer driving through. That was at 8 p.m. Driving through the area. She lost everything. Her home was ashes, just like everybody else's. So here we go.
8 p.m. And I was like, no. And so we rushed out again. We heard that Our house is completely ashes. A friend to a friend who went there said that TC's parents' house is also ashes.
So a friend of a friend went there. When did he go there? During the inferno? You know, during all the fire. You know, these are things that people need to listen to. But that everybody, you got the music in the background. It's obviously been it's a production. So here we go.
And everyone else had to jump in the water at 4 o'clock that afternoon, and now they're still sitting there in their car in a traffic jam when the police comes by and say evacuate.
But they
Yep.
went.
Hey, and yeah, go ahead. This is a big production.
Everybody,
You saw all the GoFundMe. There's a lot of people in this.
everybody should have texted each other. Get all the pool noodles. Head to the ocean.
Yep.
Yeah, really. That's what you should have been grabbing. Just think about this. Okay, so this lady, the only thing she has from the fire was a picture that was an album. That was in an album on the second floor. Even though her whole house went to ashes, flew in the wind on the beach. That a stranger found that put on social media, all over social media that had no internet, and that's how she got her photo back. And someone recognized her. This is how much of a production this BS is.
That background music too reminds me of the pandemic.
It makes me want to cry.
Give me money.
My friend, who's a fireman, said, "Aubrey, is this you?" And I looked into it and I was like, "Oh my God, that's me." He said he found it on this page on Facebook, and he said somebody found that picture on Lanai Beach. My great grandmother in that picture raised me from the Philippines when my parents was working here in the state. So she composed this thick album of every birthdays, graduations. That was the very last page of the album. She always has that way when she was alive to like ensure me that everything is gonna be okay. I think she put it to Lanai and just like, hey, look how far it went. This little picture. You're gonna get far too. You're gonna be just fine.
Well, yeah, you're gonna get paid.
Picture made
See, you know, this is how crazy. We got 75 watching. Welcome everybody. Welcome Bob. Welcome. Good to see you. Cormy, welcome. Let me make sure everybody's modded. Yeah. So Rhonda, welcome. Just so you guys know, I have a heart. We all have hearts. We all have families. We all have friends. We all know people die. We know things happen. This is a production, people. The more and more I go into this, you guys are going to see it.
Hey, and can I say something real quick too before you start? The way they work, talking about the heartstrings, is if if they have your emotion, then if anybody like were to come in here that didn't know us, they would be like, you guys are, they would think that we have no heart, that like, how dare you? The whole Greta, how dare you? You know what I mean? It's like, it's the children. That's how they work. They rule by fear and by emotion. That's what it is.
All right. Yeah, exactly. And see, and that's where I had to like come from. Welcome, Crystal. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome everybody. You guys are awesome. So glad that you guys are here. So this is another one. I'm not going to play this whole video because it is a little bit longer. But I'm going to show you some contradiction here. Let me get this pulled up. So this is of a street view. This is a guy that went on his bicycle. It's 15 minutes long. 2 days. Okay. I'm going to let you guys know that the Maui fires happened on my birthday this year. My birthday is August
88.
88. So they do like to do a lot of things on my birthday. This
Hey,
guy,
not to interrupt. 888,000 was one of the numbers of the GoFundMe's.
oh yeah,
You can go look through it. 888,000 people
yeah,
were seeking.
yeah. I seen that. Yeah. There's this. Oh, let me tell you, Brian. If you really looked into it, and I'm sure you have some. Um, there is so many channels out there doing the numbers on this, and I'm telling you that, like, just crazy. I'm not a numbers girl. I do believe in numerology and the signs and symbols and all that, but so I can't keep up with that. But I'm telling you that the numbers is just crazy in this psyop. Um, Real quick though, this guy 2 days, okay, 2 days after this happened, this was happened on August 10th. And they said nobody was allowed in or out. They're still barely letting people in, which I don't know why, because they still say they only have 40% that FEMA has gone through to see if there's any dead bodies, which I'm not believing there is. You guys can, you know, run out if you want, but I'm just telling you, I have not seen anything to that nature. But I'm going to show you a little bit of this video, what this guy runs through with his bike. And he's able to film. They're not, you know, we've heard that the media is not being let in. So this is another contradiction in my eyes. Just wanted to show you a little bit of this video.
August 10th at about 6:30 in the morning. Just going to take a quick video from one end to the other. This is starting at Jodo Mission by Baby Beach, which is gone, and I'll head down Front Street.
Was he on a scooter or a skateboard?
Front Street Apartments, gone.
Most footage is nauseating. I've tried to tell my wife about this and talk to her. It's like I can't even focus.
You can't what?
It's just nauseating to watch a lot of the footage, and not even just this one. I was trying to mention it to my wife earlier. I was like, look at these videos. It's just like people just go left, right, left, right, left, right. And it's just like, holy nuts. You know what I mean? But
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, so the whole point of this video here is this guy went around the whole Lahaina, or however you say it, and he went through rubble and went through all kinds of stuff.
Hey, one more thing real quick before you continue with that. If anybody in the chat can share a link that has one body, I haven't seen it. I'm not saying, but out of the thousands of videos, I haven't seen one video with a body, even way off in the distance. You know, I'm not saying that it's not out there, but I would like to see it.
I second.
Have you guys seen one? I mean, Dub,
I second that.
Brian?
No, and I haven't seen what Crystal Gem just asked about animals. No, we haven't seen tons of animals roaming the streets and running around either, all like, you know.
That's a good point.
But anyway.
A lot of people-
Visionary
animals
Vet
running
says
around.
only a dog, that's it.
One video said 3,000 pets were missing.
Can I add one thing to that? Has anyone
Yes.
seen actual flames?
Just glowing red, flying or heat, whatever.
That glowing red stuff is Photoshop. Anybody want to challenge that? Please do. And investigate it. Look at it.
Kind of explain your take on it so that people know that you're not saying that the controlled burn didn't happen. Because we do know it happened. They're showing it happened, but kind of explain your position on that.
I'm just saying that the houses were disintegrated. They left white ash. No one until just very recently, no video ever said anything about any charred black. Has anyone seen any charred black?
Hey, Dub, I think I get where you're going because if it's controlled, we know the wind was like 90 miles an hour. You're not going to be able to control a burn with wind like that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's a good point. That's a good point.
There's also, we have pictures that he took some screenshots of different videos and stuff, but just a couple. But that they have the charred car, they have a stone wall on the other side, and in the middle there's a white picket fence that has no black on it, and it's a white picket fence, a white wooden picket fence that wasn't touched. So
I saw a lot of footage of like little brush and twigs and stuff that wasn't burned, and that stuff goes up like tinder. You know what
All
I
the
mean?
stuff around that Catholic church in itself
Yeah.
wasn't touched, but the preschool and the little school behind it and chow hall or whatever, all burned. Everything around it, all burned. Across the street, everything done. Catholic church is all good. Then there was a house on the ocean. It said had red roof and white walls. The homeowner says what saved his home was the thick concrete walls that his house was made out of, and his property is completely untouched, while all of his neighbors are scorched down to nothing.
real quick, I wanted to say hello to Kate. I wanted to say hello to Valerie. I wanted to say hello to Dale. Make sure I got Mary in there. Just so you guys know, I do see you guys, and I wanted to say welcome. Thank you for coming by.
And it's a lot easier when you don't have like dead bodies. It's a lot easier to control because if there are dead people involved, then you got their families, people that love them. You know what I mean?
You got panic, and you can't control.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't. Yeah, exactly.
Right. And my thought process is that, the people, they said, hey, we're gonna buy your land. We're gonna send you to Costa Rica. All your family can go with you, but you're gonna have to sign a disclosure. If you speak anything, then you lose all your funding.
No more GoFundMe. Yeah.
That's it. It's gone. These guys are brilliant. They know what they're doing. Everything that I've seen so far is a production on this. This guy was let in 2 days afterwards. If thousands and thousands of people and bodies are still remaining on this property, this guy would not be able to go around and do this at all because they blocked it off, supposedly.
And supposedly most of it is still blocked off.
Yeah. But they're now letting people in to go to their properties. They got 40% that have gone through the rubbish on FEMA. And but they're still
FEMA?
FEMA. Kind of like China, but FEMA.
China.
China. But I'm just going to go real quick and just show you a little bit of this.
This is where the chaos begins, where cars were all backed up. I had heard that people were jumping into the ocean over here to stay away from everything, try to get away from the flames.
So I've wondered about these new cars inside of all the other cars, and you got burnt cars back there. Someone's stealing gasoline.
And how come none of these cars are burned up? See, we all know about the DEWs, okay? We all know. But like I said, everything I see, and I can't say it enough times, it's a production. This is all BS. It's a production. It's a done deal. Nothing makes sense. And when that comes along, it just drives me crazy. I really, really want to get the truth out. And I'm telling you, this is all BS. This is BS.
And notice another way they do it is they put like 100 different versions of the truth. You know what I mean? You got look at all the channels out there. It's just so much chaos and confusion. It's like a needle in a haystack.
That's why I want everybody to know my channel. I don't want to present disinformation. I'm gonna present what I see. I want everybody on my panel and my best friend sitting next to me to present what they see, and everybody else. I want everybody to be open-minded and say, "Hey," because we all kind of, we all have hearts. We all have hearts. We all, we are loving. If we all believe in Jesus Christ, we are loving people.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we can't get emotional over this stuff, because now that I'm looking back at it, this looks like another mass shooting or another 9/11. Period.
Yeah,
Period.
the emotions is how they program you.
Exactly.
If you stay open-minded and just look at without the emotion, then you're not going to be brainwashed.
Exactly.
I see the destruction. I do not see a path of flames. I don't see the path of the fire truck.
With 80, 90 mile an hour winds.
And fire always leaves a path of where it
does.
was.
It does. There's nothing's charred.
Nothing.
Except this building right here. It's burned, but it's still got the structure there.
Hey, and about what Dub said a minute ago, if anybody in the chat or anybody's ever tried to burn leaves or whatever, you don't do that when the wind is blowing. Because when I was little, I was trying to start a little campfire in the woods, and we were having like 40-mile-an-hour winds, and I mean that crap went up like quick, and the fire department had to come out. But you cannot control a burn during a hurricane. It doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not going to control it, period.
No.
So we're not going to go. I'm gonna ex-nay that one, just because you guys get the concept. Because I've got lots more tabbed up. So this next one, you guys get that point. Father and kids in the ocean. Let's do the next one. Let's see.
Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick. I remember firefighters were running out of water. Fire hydrants were running out of water, and I'm just thinking, well, holy shite, the ocean's right next to you. How come someone didn't figure all this out?
That's a good point, man. We were at the ocean, we ran out of water.
I know, right? I know. That's what I told Dub. I was just like, how can you run out of water? See, that's another narrative that they're pushing, is there was no water. I did not see not one first responder in any of these photos, except for the police cars every once in a while cutting off, supposedly everybody going in. That's it. I didn't see any fire trucks, or I think I saw one fire truck in one incident, but that was like real early in the game before anything happened.
Yeah, and firemen do take water from lakes and water sources, reservoirs, oceans.
100%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought,
sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead, speak.
I was just gonna say, I know the firemen around here. They have like firemen, like Olympics, whatever you want to call it, stuff like that. But they'll be like doing barrel sinking and all these different things, and they just pump the water right out of the water of the lakes that they're shooting in. So that's how they do it.
There's an Air Force base on Oahu. I'm sure they have some helicopters there that could do some water dipping out of the ocean and dump it on the fire.
Where else are they going to get it from?
They're in an island. They're in an island in the middle of the ocean. That's too funny. So I have several videos of people that jumped in, because that's another narrative. That's a production. So here, this one's 4 minutes long. Let's see if we can get through it. If not, stop me if you want to.
We turn now to the Hawaiian island of Maui.
This channel is called Democracy Now! Go ahead and do that.
where a devastating hurricane-fueled wildfire has killed at least 55 people. The catastrophic fire destroyed the historic town of Lahaina and left thousands of people homeless in what's being described as the worst natural disaster in Hawaii's history. On Thursday, President Biden issued a major disaster declaration for the state, freeing up federal funds. CNN reports the fire in Maui is now the second deadliest blaze
Hey,
in the
pause
United States.
real quick. It's not like NASA's not getting enough of our tax dollars. You know,
Yeah.
give me a break.
Yeah. Yep.
It's in a century, trailing only the 2018 Camp Fire in California, which killed 85 people. And the death toll in Maui is expected to rise as search crews reach areas destroyed by the fast-moving fires. Hospitals are overwhelmed with burn patients. Power and cell service remains out for much of the area. Authorities say the fire destroyed all the buildings in the historic section of Lahaina, which once served as the capital of the Hawaiian Kingdom. Hawaii's Governor Josh Green says it looks like a bomb went off in the town. Later in the show, we'll speak to two Native Hawaiian activists in Maui, but we begin with a horrifying account from a man from Fresno, California.
So this one is a really good one. There's a lot of signs and symbols in this one, or not signs, but symbols. And I'm probably going to narrate this one as we go.
Named Wise Fonselinkum, who survived the fire by racing into the ocean with his wife and 5 children. The family was visiting Lahaina for dinner when they got trapped by the fire.
So he's got 5 children, and they all jumped in the ocean, just so you guys know. And he's got some little ones.
And we tried to make our way back, but we couldn't. We got stuck. We tried to come back. We ended up in Front Street, my family and I, and there was this black smoke coming above us, and traffic was stuck. We were there by the seawall by Bubble Gum, I believe, and we got really real when we saw the flames, and we had to think fast.
First of all, you have his oldest daughter in the background with the black and white. Okay, so that's one.
We had to get out. We left our vehicle, and myself, my wife, and our 5 kids, we all got in the ocean. We found a floating board that we hung onto.
You got his wife on the ground with another child in her lap with a paper towel over her head, a dry paper towel at that. I don't know what that's going to do, but these guys are in the airport from what I'm gathering. But so, listen to a story. Sorry.
Everything we're out there floating. The news is so surreal, and everything is burning around.
You got his daughter in the background doing a selfie, doing her hair. In the background, if you can see in the black and white, she's taking selfies, and that's all she's worried about.
Explosions, cars blowing up, like embers flying. We couldn't breathe. We couldn't breathe. There's no air. It's just the carbon monoxide, and we held on as best as we could. My wife, my kids, my older ones helped with the younger ones, and we tried to stick out together.
You got another little girl right here with the Barbie shirt on. Okay, going across the screen.
They were just trying to take us out to the ocean. We had to come back. There were some locals that helped us too, that were with us. They're really great people. These people are amazing. And we were out for 3 hours, and we hung onto the sea wall as best as we could until we found the little cove area where we were about for an hour.
So what I want to know is everybody taking the pictures during the fires. So this is why I I don't care what anybody says. This is a production. So they're showing pictures. Who's taking all these pictures during the inferno? Who is doing this? Who's running around taking these pictures? Because if I was running from a fire, I would not be pulling out my cell phone. I would not be running around taking pictures of everything if I had to run for my life. Just saying.
2 of the locals were with us, and my family. I found some sheet metal to cover them because there was just still fire all around us. And embers were flying. I would cover them and cover myself as best as I could. At about 9:30 p.m., the fire came to rescue us.
So he got rescued at 9:30. The other guy said it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. That's another prediction. You got this lady over here going, "Oh my God!" They're in their airport.
And we walked through the town, the local.
Another thing I wanted to show you. So they left their car, jumped into the ocean, but look at all this stuff in the background of all their belongings. That was all saved.
And they went to have lunch with his family.
Yeah.
Looks like they were moving. They were moving.
Well, where he said they went and jumped in was the spot that I was saying where all the cars are gathered together in one spot, and no one jumps over that seawall into the rocks below and then supposedly hangs onto the seawall with the waves smashing in. That's what that's all there for, to protect people and protect the land, so no one's jumping down there and hanging out in that spot. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
Right.
I wouldn't be down there.
Your opinion matters, of course. But see, so this is, I saw so much into this video. They have everything in the background. They've got 5 kids. They all don't look roughed up. They all sat in the ocean. They were just having dinner at, in Luena or whatever it's called. But if they jumped out of their car, I guess all their belongings still stood. They're now in their airport getting ready to go back home.
And they could just go back to their burned out car and get their stuff and continue on.
Yep.
Order they made, and everything was just burned. Everything was destroyed. And yeah, we went there.
But they want to show this their smallest child like in like trauma or something with a dry paper towel on her head.
The shelter for that night. The final fight, it's survival. My adrenaline's rushing. It's just, I had to calm down. I worked in the ER for 15 years. You gotta help. Take a deep breath. You gotta do this. We did. My kids are amazing. They were really good.
This guy's just rambling on, just like sounding like a fool.
My daughter, my little girl, is like, "Daddy, you okay, Daddy?" My other one talked to, we'll be okay. They got us, and they're really tired, exhausted, and at some point, this ocean almost swept my kids away a few times, but yeah, we stuck together, we held on, we're not gonna die this way, no. And then we're here, we're alive.
That was.
Yeah.
Hey, go back a split second. Go back a split second and watch the next guy lining up for an interview. That's the Red Bull hat guy. He's the next guy. They have these guys all in line. He gives an interview too. I'm sorry, I'm close to my mic if I'm too loud.
Okay, I'm looking over.
No, you're fine.
Sure. There's these guys that get interviewed, and you can pay attention to these videos. He's lining up for his interview.
Yeah.
That's all he's doing. His interview's up next. And
He looks over there to see if the guy's almost finished too.
Yeah, no, that's the Red Bull hat guy. You can look into this. He's a guy.
That's why I want everybody's opinion. I want you to catch that shit. All right, here we go.
A few points, my daughter, my little girl, is like, "Daddy, you okay, Daddy?" My other one talked to, we'll be okay. They got us, and they're really tired, exhausted.
He's trying to act like he's busy over there.
I know, right?
Almost shot my kids away a few times, but yeah, we stuck together. we held on. We're not gonna die this way. No.
Hey man, you done yet?
Are you done yet? It's time to go. Good catch, Brian.
And
good catch.
It's really
Very
good
good catch.
that his small children were well behaved while they're hanging on the board out in the ocean. That was good of them.
Right. All right. So that was another one. What did you guys think about that one?
It's real.
It's real. It's real. This one is pretty classic, and I think everybody saw something about this one. I have to go back and I have to share, but I did a lot of people in the ocean because, that was a big narrative, and I really think I wanted to point out some of this stuff because it's so not real. So not real. Let's see here. Yep, it's up. Okay.
Well, are they going to interview that guy, the Red Bull guy? Do you have that one?
No.
Okay.
That
I've
was
seen it, but I don't know where it is.
It's in the airport. But
Yeah.
He's like a local looking guy, you know what I mean? And
He was a
yeah, I
local.
just remember him in that Red Bull hat, and then boom, there he was.
But isn't it crazy that they were all in the airport? It's just people don't pay attention to that stuff.
If there's locals, what are they doing in the airport?
Well, he wasn't local. He was supposedly
Yeah,
from California. But let's see here.
The guy wearing a Red Bull hat was a local surfer dude or something along those lines. That was his story.
So the next one I have to show you real quick is this is two brothers. This is the one that was filmed in the ocean where they started filming and they were like, "Oh, I'm so scared," and okay, I'm telling you, everybody's got to think with their critical thinking hats on. If you are in the ocean trying to get away from a fire and try to, you're not going to be filming. I don't care if you have 5 phones or 10 phones. You're not going to be filming this. This is only 3 minutes long, but this is a very good telling one too.
We're gonna be okay. We're in the ocean.
We're in the ocean. We're in the ocean.
You're gonna be okay.
So he starts talking to his brother and he puts his mask on. Let's go backwards real quick.
You're gonna be okay,
gotta
Milo.
get the mask on for
Milo.
the interview.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Your mask is dirty. It's better. Holy fuck.
Should I just wash it?
Yeah, just wash it.
Just wash it.
It's really not Milo's. Good.
So,
Hey, real quick, every one of those guys standing in the water, I guarantee it has a Go Fraud Me account. Guarantee it.
They're in the water trying to survive, and they're concerned about his mask.
well, they're concerned about filming it. See,
Yep.
Well, what if all this was done during the actual controlled burn? They actually had all these people out there, and that's why you got people staging up for interviews and things like that.
Yeah.
And this was all it was just a production like that. And these guys are all out in the water with all their cameras ready to film the actual. Maybe there was stuff burning in the background in the water scenes or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah, it's controlled. Yeah, it's a prop.
Well, yeah.
Those two
Like pyrotechnics. You know how they do pyrotechnics in concerts and stuff?
Yes.
Same thing.
Those two sons did a lot of interviews, long interviews, several of them.
But what I'm trying to tell you that these kids, I mean, even what they're saying, but when you really look at, they're in the ocean, everybody's above water, everybody, and he has to point out, but are you really going to pull out your camera in time of need? Are you really going to be, okay, say if I see a fire across the street, I might walk out and take my phone and say, hey, look it. But if it's just like a house burning, you know what I mean? If I'm running for my life, just like in a mass shooting, I am not going to be pulling out my phone to record the mass shooter.
Hey.
Huh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I wanted to point. Got a point, but go ahead. Finish.
Go ahead. No.
No. Kate just said doesn't look like 90-mile-an-hour winds. Then the wind was very selective during this whole event. Y'all notice that there are scenes where the wind's just tearing it up, and then there's other scenes where it's calm. You know what I mean? So just notice that.
Another thing is there is sharks and predators out in the water. So all these people are supposedly out in the water all night long, you know what I mean? And I don't know.
For 8
Especially
hours.
in Hawaii. Yeah, especially in Hawaii.
Worried about my phone versus maybe there's something around the waters in me.
I know everybody has a phone. I know that. But there was a video that a Plain Truth did with a guy driving through all the fires and everything, and they said, there's a man down. They didn't jump out of their car to see if the guy needed help or if he was dead. They kept going. And they weren't, their voices weren't like scared.
I remember stuff like that. It's like, oh, we can't help them. Keep going. Keep
Oh
going.
yeah, we can't help them. They didn't even say that. They were just like, man down. Oh, there's a man down, and they just kept driving. If it were me, if it were probably the majority of us, we would jump out of our vehicles and see if they were, we could help them. Anything to see if they're alive. We're not just going to go, oh, there's a dead body and keep going. But there was no natural reactions from these people. These people are not acting naturally. And that was one of the whole points of this whole entire life, is that I wanted to show you guys video after video and point out all this stuff. They're not natural. And when it's not natural, I'm not saying what I would do, but what most of us would do. Just like if there's a mass shooting and you have a SWAT team going in to raid somebody, it doesn't take them 2 hours to do it. They raid somebody within minutes. And people don't realize that they're going to knock the door down in the Vegas
Quick.
shooting.
Yep.
In the Vegas shooting, it took them an hour and a half to breach the hotel room. That is not natural. In so many different psyops, it's not natural. Take me down, YouTube, because I don't care at this point, because all I want to do is get out the truth. I know I'm yelling and I don't mean to yell, but I'm trying to tell you I'm very passionate about this stuff. It's not natural. And that's what I'm trying to point out here, that people need to realize that this is not natural behavior, period. I digress.
If I can add, Michelle said she would get out her phone in a situation. She would get out her phone and take a little video of the burning building. Has anyone seen a burning building?
Well, they show a couple, but who knows if it's natural?
Exactly.
They said they were in the water for 8 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
One guy said.
These people, let's listen to their story. It's only 3 minutes long. Let's see what they have to say, because it's a bunch of another BS.
Should be okay. Don't look at the fire. Don't look.
So you had a 37-second clip of them being in the ocean. Does that sound natural? I don't think so. Now they're going to show all the debris and blah, blah, blah the next day. Who in the heck is filming this when they're not allowed in? They don't have internet. They don't have electricity. They don't have any of this. Yes, you can take a video with no electricity, but who in the heck is walking around in this debris and it's okay? Who? I kind of feel like that rock and roll song. Hoo, 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 hoo. I'm just kidding. Yeah, who's doing this?
What's the point of that X on that car? And all the cars in front of it. X.
Oh,
X,
look, there's
X.
another X. There's another X, like 3 cars down, and another X on that truck.
X is supposed to mean that it's been checked and there's no bodies.
No, this is 2 days later. They haven't even gone in yet. Don't say that, because that's not even correct. That's visual right there.
Hey, and can I say one more thing too?
Yeah.
If anybody, we got 73 people in the chat. If anybody has a video of some bodies, please share it.
70.
I'm sure Michelle will play it right now if you can find a video of some bodies.
And then you have to mark the video that says I saw a dead body.
Yeah.
Mark the link. But anyway, let's continue on. This is 2 days later. 2. Who's allowed in there to do this? Who? Oh, they got the fire extinguisher right there. Yeah, sure, Bill.
we weren't the first in the water, but we were some of the first. I think like the first 5, there was us 3 and then like another family that jumped in right after us. And that was, we jumped in and it was just crossing the street. Things were starting to light on fire right behind us. Like the only way to go was in the water. We were up in the Lahaina outlets because we ran up in there and tried to run through the Lahaina outlets, but it was blocked. So we ran back and we kind of all froze for like a split second. And we were like, what do we do? And we're like, as we mentioned before, like if things get really bad, we can always jump in the water. We mentioned that a few times.
And we were just waiting for the firemen to come here. I was like, I was just thinking like, they're not gonna come. We just have to wait. And then we probably waited like 3 more hours for the firemen to come, and then we just walked back.
And especially when it hit me.
Okay, so they waited 3 hours for the firemen to come, and then they just walked back. So they weren't rescued. I want you guys to understand that they weren't rescued. They waited 3 hours in the water. Let's replay that.
Probably waited like 3 more hours for the firemen to come, and then we just walked back.
Hey, one thing too, Michelle, real quick, and Mike said something about another like 9/11 because it was on 88. Think about it though, 9/11. I mean, a lot of us I believe there were no bodies in the buildings. It was a media event, like you said, Dub. So I mean, for them to pull this stuff out, like I think Angie mentioned Uvalde, you can't have real people because could you imagine mothers standing out or people? If their family really died, they would be breaking down the barricades. They would want to be getting in to find their loved ones. They would not be turned away if they had family that was missing. I mean, there would be more stories about that.
Another good point. I've heard some suspicion. Somebody, there's been people that saying that maybe they confiscated the children that didn't go to school that day, but you would have to kill a lot of people for that to happen. So what I'm saying is, Dub mentioned to me the other day, he said, look, I wonder if their motto is not to kill anybody, but make it look like everybody's been killed off. That could be one of their things, that they don't kill anybody, because I do not think in 9/11, Dub feels the same way, and he can speak for himself, that I don't believe there was any victims in 9/11. And that might be so far-fetched, but I'm telling you, when you look into it, Dub, he's been one of the most I've ever seen look into 9/11. He's still looking into it. He's got so much footage on 9/11.
I want to say something to that. I've felt this way about things about the people that want these events to go on and things like that, that they make it seem bad, and what they actually do is get us to be the ones who go and kill and do things to one another. And I don't know, it's like a thing I've thought about, them keeping their conscience clean, just tricking us, and getting us to fight and kill one another over it all. Anyway, that's pretty deep thinking there.
Right. And I have always said, and I don't care what anybody, they can debate me. I have always stood my ground. You cannot mix fake with real. If you do, you can't. You're going to have so much contradiction, and you can't put real in this tent and fake in this tent and say, okay, let's have a production. It's not going to happen. You can't. You're going to have too much liability. So far, from my opinion, I have not seen a false flag. A false flag means that the government does kill people during an event. I have not seen that. I have only seen a hoax. I have not, every event that I've ever looked into, and I'm not saying I'm 100% right. You can believe and research what you will, but in my opinion, I have not seen any deaths.
Hey, remember, this is not a contest. We all just want to know the truth. We're all tired of being lied to. That's why we're all on here.
Yes.
Because, I mean, we just want to know the truth. I mean, some people out there, I've noticed, they want to be right more than they want to know the truth. And that's when your ego and pride is the biggest enemy of the truth.
Right. So, with us all hanging out together, and us all looking at this, I want us all to have an open mind. We all have to have faith, and we have to kind of just leave it open. Like I said, I could be right, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what Dub's seeing. This is what Chuck's seeing. This is what Brian's seeing. And everybody in the chat that's commenting, this is what you're seeing, and so therefore, give
And
me one.
that's how they divide us. They have us eating each other up. You know what I
Right.
mean? We're not each other, everybody we're on the same side. It's the people that are doing this. They want us to go at each other. That's how they've worked forever, Divide and
Right.
conquer is the oldest trick in the book.
Right. So I just want to let you know, regardless whether you guys think I'm right or not, right or wrong, it's not about that. Just like Chuck said, it's just my opinion, and I want you guys to be open-minded about it and see what you think.
Amen.
That's it.
Preach it, sister.
Let's finish up this video. I want to
All right.
do this real quick, and let's continue on.
And especially when it hit me that we were like a place I didn't even know, was when we finally eventually got picked up, and it was when we were driving to the sanctuary at Maui Prep. We were driving by like Waikuli, past the Cannery Mall and all that stuff, and just either direction you looked was just gone, completely. Either.
So didn't they say they walked off and now they're driving? I have to go backwards, because he just said that where they got picked up, they were driving. So I want to get this straight.
And we kind of all froze for like a split second, and we're like, what do we do? And we're like, because we mentioned before, like if things get really bad, we can always jump in the water. We mentioned that a few times.
And we were just waiting for the firemen to come here. I was like, I was just thinking like, they're not gonna come. We just have to wait. And then we probably waited like 3 more hours for the firemen to come, and then we just walked back.
And especially when it hit me that we were like a place I didn't even know, was when we finally eventually got picked up, and it was when we were driving to the sanctuary at Maui Prep.
So
look how clean everybody is and how prepared. Everybody's just so put together.
Well, the words is what gets me, is that now they're saying they were driving where they got picked up. Okay, so his brother just said we eventually started walking. So I'm confused on this.
We were driving by like Waikuli, past the Cannery Mall and all that stuff, and just either direction you looked was just gone, completely, either up in flames or at.
So they got up and they started driving again, and they walked through, and everything was completely gone during the inferno. I'm confused. Is anybody else confused? I'm just asking. Welcome a dog named Boo. Good to see you.
You need to give out some wrenches.
Who needs wrenches?
React, Raspberry. There's a few people in here. Let me
I
scroll
already
up.
done it. Done.
Cormac Wilkie is in here. I haven't seen him post in a while, but Freedom Truth. But anyway, that's it.
Oh, that's fine. Freedom Truth. All right. So, again, did I hear wrong? Did they walk off? That's when anybody?
I think it was after they were picked up by, I guess, the firemen. They were driving by these places.
Well, how could you drive by? It's still in flames.
That would be difficult.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
We probably waited like 3 more hours for the firemen to come, and then we just walked back.
And especially when it hit me that we were like a place I didn't even know, was when we finally eventually got picked up, and it was when we were driving to the sanctuary at Maui Prep. We were driving by like Waikuli, past the Cannery Mall and all that stuff, and just either direction you looked was just gone, completely, either up in flames or at that point just coal.
So you just emerged to a whole different universe.
Completely. And then once we were at, I think it was the post office or police station, like that area, that's where it was like we finally felt safe.
He's comfortable lying. That's what Gypsy said. Dude, these people have no shame. You know what I mean? It's just
Well,
like,
they
how
don't.
can
Money talks. Money talks.
BS
Money.
walks? Yeah,
The love for money is the root of all evil, and we know that.
absolutely.
So yeah, it's so crazy. So
Show me the money, Jerry.
so this one, the next one is. Let's just see. Let's just do it real quick.
Paradise. One man recounts his family's terrifying experience as catastrophic wildfires explode on the island of Maui. Good evening. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
And hi, I'm Courtney Frail in tonight for Pedro. As fear spread like flames across the island, a father and husband spends heartbreaking hours not knowing if his family survived the firestorm.
During a frantic last phone call with his family, the line went dead. KTLA Sandra Mitchell joins us with more on the hours of agony and fear that
Just hear all the words and how they describe and how they put all the fear porn into the story. By this point, they've already said everything, how horrifying, how horrible, how, oh my goodness, it's like death. I mean, just in that 36 seconds.
They didn't use Warzone yet.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one too.
It is a story you'll see only on 5. Sandra.
Share so many stories, so much heartbreak. Jonathan Melakitsi talked to us from his car. The roads there are closed and he can't get back to his Lahaina neighborhood to check on his house. That desperate phone call from his wife as she was running from the flames was suddenly disconnected.
The last call I had with my wife was she was leaving her house on foot.
Separated by wildfire, Jonathan Melakitsi was working on the south side of Maui when he got a frantic phone call from his wife, Christy, home in Lahaina with their 2 kids.
That had no internet.
They were really, really close, and they were screaming her name, but the sounds and the commotion was so crazy, and the smoke was so thick. She just couldn't see them. She couldn't see them. She was frantic and scared, and you know, I couldn't do anything, and then her phone cut out.
Melakitsi knew that their neighborhood was burning and that people were dying.
How would they know that? How did they know people were dying? Just saying.
Throughout the night, there were no calls, no texts, no word on whether his wife and their kids, 16-year-old Gavin and 17-year-old Grace, had survived.
I had heard stories of a Coast Guard boat picking up 12 people from the water.
He's not crying. He's pretending to cry. And see, that's another thing. Nobody has any emotion. They can't put their emotion into it because it's fake. Sorry.
Watch a video of somebody really crying.
I have seen maybe 1 or 2 in the,
Yeah.
and that's probably a good actress or an actor. Just saying.
And I called the Coast Guard it was probably midnight, and they were not on the list of people who were picked up.
Hey, real quick,
Roads
Michelle.
closed.
I shared a video a while back. I mean, even the A-list Hollywood actors will tell you that crying sucks. It's the hardest thing. They have to use tear sticks. You know what I mean? And crying is one of the hardest things to act out.
Right.
You know, and I mean, these aren't A-list actors, obviously.
Well, we
But-
know that. But that's all they need. That's all
Exactly.
they need to fool the masses.
Because
That's
they're
it.
buying it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Agony. There's hours of agony. Yep.
yeah.
Communication lost.
So
Communication lost, but this guy, it's so mind-boggling. They're like, oh, his wife's phone just died, and now he's like, I can't find her. I can't find her. You know, it's crazy. I'm sorry, but it's not like I don't care, but I don't get it.
I wanted to think for the most positive, but I feared for the worst.
But he laughs.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Duper's delight.
Then, 16 hours later, a text from a friend.
16 hours later. Good number.
It said, I have your wife and kids.
And see how they have all these pictures? It's such a production. I'm so sorry, guys, to keep interrupting, but
It was from his friend who got the text that says, "I have your wife and kids."
Yeah.
It's the best thing I heard,
Christy and the kids are fine, but the family is still separated, stranded on opposite sides of Maui. They don't know what happened to their home near Front Street in Lahaina.
There are still bodies in the street.
How did they know that? How did they know there were still bodies in the street? Nobody could get there.
Bodies being washed up on the shore.
And okay, let's play that again. Sorry.
And the kids are fine, but the family is still separated, stranded on opposite sides of Maui. They don't know what happened to their home near Front Street in Lahaina.
There are still bodies in the street. There are bodies being washed up on the shore.
They don't know what happened to their home, but they know that there was bodies on the street and washed up on the shore. They don't know what happened to their home, but they know that bodies were on the street and washed up on the shore. I digress.
I think this is going to be far, far worse.
Melakidze says he is aching for all that has been lost on Maui, but grateful that his family survived.
They're safe now, and I'm just thankful that they're safe, and that's.
You're not crying, dude.
I miss them. I wish I could be with them right now.
You're not crying, dude.
But they're safe.
They're
okay.
You're not crying, dude. You're funny.
No, but I get emotional over this stuff in a different way. I'm sorry. Because it really
That's what it's called. It's a righteous anger.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Because I just want to scream out with the stuff. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah. Let me see the next one. Do we want to take a break from the videos? And Brian, you want to present your stuff?
He's got some stuff he researched, some good stuff.
Yeah.
Don't you,
so
Brian?
I don't want to.
I mean, we've all been touching on it to an extent. I just had points that I had. I shared a video, was my video that I seen where just the people telling you what was happening, where the girl is an actor and she's telling you, hey, my family's, and it's not the one we showed earlier. And she's like, hey, my family, I don't know where they're at. And, but anyway, I'm here to give this interview and I'm all prettied up and dolled up for everything.
Did you find any connections between like the first responders and any of the other events?
No.
I know there was one connection with Vegas in this one, but.
So the only thing that I found when I went to go look for that stuff is that Judy Wood was saying that the people saying that the fires in California weren't DEW weapons right. She tries to say that it was DEW weapons at 9/11. So she goes and flip-flops on that because it's all about, I don't know what it's all about. It's about chaos, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And anyway, so that, and then also while I was looking into it, I came across a guy that I had come across before who doesn't exist no more. His name was Aaron Dover. If anybody remembers of him, ever heard of him, his videos were around 2016, 2017, then he disappeared. But he had this show that he would call it No Floors and Other Cake Potatoes, because he made a Flat Earth and Other Hot Potatoes channel, But he talked about there was no floors in the Twin Towers, and they were just electricity masts designed to be zapped down to the ground one day. And anyway, I thought that Melchizedek, since Ange said that in there too when that guy's name was up there. But yeah, and the things we touched on them, the guys all the cars were parked in one spot down there, and then I seen Danny say he had a video about the red roof house. That was something that just a one house on the ocean that survived all by itself like that in between the midst of everything crazy. And they said the thick concrete walls is what saved the home. But then, you know, with the so-called dew attacks, the dew's supposed to turn all that stuff to dust. You know what I mean? So we got all these contradicting things. That's what I seen when I looked into it a little bit more.
And
Besides,
there's no smoke whatsoever on that large white building that survived.
One thing real quick, Ryan asked me, there was a video I shared the other day. He found there's a timestamp where there was theatrics and audio, lighting, video, staging vehicles in the street. And Ryan, share that timestamp, and I'll give it to Michelle.
I looked at it. I couldn't find it.
I didn't see it either,
neither
man.
could I. So I looked and I didn't see it either. So that's 3 for 3.
So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do this one, and I'm going to see why I wanted to put the next one. Okay, this one is pretty good. All of them that I posted up, I think, are pretty good. They have different points.
Right. They're showing
different contradictions. You know, if you guys think I'm wrong in my contradictions, please let me know. I'm not going to get angry or mad or sad or any of that. But there's a reason why I pulled up all these. I only have a couple more, so.
One man recounts his family's terrifying experience as catastrophic wildfires explode on the island of Maui. Good evening. This is the KTLA 5 News at 5:30. I'm Cher Calvin.
And hi, I'm Courtney Frail in tonight for Pedro. As fear spread like flames across the island, a father and husband spends heartbreaking hours not knowing if his family survived the firestorm.
During a frantic last phone call with his family, the line went.
We already watched this one. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So very sorry.
No biggie.
Oh, let's see. All right.
They warn the current death toll of 99 is likely to go up.
And we have some new video here of Lahaina town. It shows the downtown area is in ruins. Look at just what's left of the homes in the residential neighborhood here. As Jay Gray reports, authorities believe crews will find more victims in all of this charred wreckage.
Good evening. Recovery teams have now worked through about 25% of the burned out areas here. Hawaii's governor urging patience right now as crews and cadets.
Okay, so I'm going to point out something real quick. I know you guys get tired of me. You probably do anyway. I think.
No, keep going.
But there's no media allowed on site, but that you've got people taking photographs and video of FEMA going through the rubble. I just wanted to point that out.
Cadaver dogs sift through the rubble and debris, a process he says could take another 10 days or more. Also warning the number of known victims could.
See that guy? He just kicks it. Yeah, that's really being thorough. Let's do that again. Watch.
Debris, a process he says could take another 10 days or more. Also warning the number.
He just kicks it. Watch.
Of known victims could double or even triple in the coming days.
Nobody's there. Time to go to the next one.
It's still early, but the current damage estimate as a result of the wildfires is $7 billion. That number could grow as
billions
well,
and billions.
Billions and billions and trillions and billions and billions and billions.
Give us the zeros, Frosty, real quick.
It comes down to 67666000000000000 and 000.
Hey, y'all got that?
If you guys didn't get that the first time, it's 666, 000 33000 624 6000000. I'm just kidding.
Structures lost.
If anybody didn't catch that, that was Carl
Sagan.
Just kidding. But yeah, it's just stupid. If you guys watch, nobody looks with their eyes. They listen to what they're told, and they could be watching it. But like I saw that FEMA guy just kick the thing and then walk off. I was like, oh yeah, that's going through the rubble, because there's nothing to see. There is nothing to see here, folks.
Move along.
That's just my opinion.
Of more than $1 million every day in lost tourism revenue. Donations continue to pour in. Food, water, clothes, and medicine. Officials stressing that.
Oh, now the military's there, or the whatever they are. They have an Air Force or a military right there close to Maui, and they weren't there when it supposedly all happened, but they're here picking up boxes.
That support is going to be needed for a long time. 500 families who lost their homes have been moved to hotels, but there's growing concern about long-term housing for recovery that in many of the hardest hit areas is going to take years.
These people are already in Costa Rica, I guarantee it.
That's the latest from here in Maui. I'm Jay Gray. Back to you now.
Maybe that's what they're doing with Epstein Island since they faked his death.
Yeah, they're like, it's all open.
Yep.
Well, Epstein's still there, but they're like, hey, come here. Yeah, because I don't believe in that story either.
Return home to assess the damage. A line of cars stretched for miles yesterday as people waited to return to their properties and resort jobs. This was
all of production. I mean, they got to show the cars lined up, but it could have been lined up because it was rush hour traffic. You never know. And then you have like this truck driving. It's that's all I'm saying.
Good point.
Maui County's second attempt to let residents and essential personnel back, this time by giving out placards for access to West Maui. But just hours into it, Maui police called it all off. They said too many non-residents and others were trying to get in.
The fact that they're making it difficult for us to try and go back to where we're from, it's just hard and unbelievable. I mean, I still have loved ones that's trapped. For example, my dad. My dad's still there, and he refuses to come out, but there's certain things that he still needs that we need to get to him specifically.
Let me say one thing. That people know that the media lies to us. The whole fake news thing. So now what they're doing is they're bringing actors off the street so we'll believe them. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and if you guys didn't hear the story, she said her dad's still there. They won't let her in. Her dad's still there. He's still in need. He won't come out.
We're trying to get in.
The fact that they're making it difficult for us to try and go back to where we're from, it's just hard and unbelievable. I mean, I still have loved ones that's trapped. For example, my dad. My dad's still there, and he
still
refuses
can't cry.
to come out, but
They still can't cry.
Well, no, and her dad's still there. He's the only one there, obviously, in Lahaina or whatever it's called. And he's still there. But they won't let people in. Okay.
There's certain things that he still needs that we need to get to him specifically, like medicine.
People go into
bullshit. I call bullshit.
I've heard that story a few times about the medicine. Like, that's just going to save. We got to get the medicine in. Science.
Yeah, I call bullshit because this is all pulling on the heartstrings. Everything they freaking show, I don't care if it's news media or people's personal video, it's all a production.
Hey, look in the right-hand corner. Justine actually pointed this out too. What are those two numbers in the right-hand corner?
Would that be 3-3?
No,
oh my
just
goodness. What's that
Come on, it's a coincidence.
Oh man.
Move along, Frosty. Nothing to see here.
You're trying to look into it too much, Chuck.
I know. Move along.
You're trying to make drama. I'm just kidding.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up, and this is
you
unbelievable.
Can't. So let's move on real quick.
to ground zero too soon, our responders, our FEMA folks, will not be able to do the job that they are there to do.
The program is in effect until further notice. For now, residents' only option is the long way around West Maui, and many people say it's just too dangerous to drive.
Okay, so if my family and I had to get to my home and I had to go the long way, most people saying it's just too dangerous to drive, I'm driving.
It's not that far.
If
Even
it's
the long
dangerous,
way.
I'm driving. I don't care. If I have a goal to reach in my family or my friends or my loved ones are to reach, I'm driving.
I'll take what they say, dangerous freedom over safe slavedom or whatever it is.
Slaved them.
Slavedom.
Slaved them.
Yeah. That's the new word I just coined.
Hey, that's a good one.
Slavedom, yeah.
I used to make up a new word every day, so that's a good one. Slaved them.
Nice. Slavedom.
Enslaved them. They are enslaved them.
That's not made up. That can't be made up. That's got to be in the dictionary.
Well, you better pull it up and show me. I'm just kidding.
Slavedom.
I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway.
President Biden says that he'll go to Hawaii soon to see the devastation firsthand.
He'll go to Hawaii soon. It's not no big deal when he gets there.
The president says first he wants to make sure a presidential visit won't interfere with the recovery and cleanup.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want to interfere.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't want to walk on any dead bodies. That's, you know.
I know, right.
Yeah, it's only a week later.
He doesn't want to shake people's hands that aren't there or anything.
Efforts.
My wife Jill and I are going to travel to Hawaii as soon as we can. That's what I've been talking to the governor about. I don't want to get in the
You know, it's so dumb.
way. I've been to too many disaster areas, but I want to go make sure we got everything they need.
He will have every asset it needs to rebuild, and he promised the federal government.
Rebuild.
Rebuild.
Rebuild. Key word in this video.
Yes, and several videos.
Rebuild.
Build back better.
There you go. Rebuild.
Wait until we hear that. You know that's coming.
Oh, no, I've got video.
Government will be on
Maui
the ground
strong.
as long as it takes to help rebuild the island.
What?
I've seen a lot of
Yeah, we have too.
Also a growing debate over tourism and tourists visiting Hawaii right now. As crews in Lahaina continue their search through the rubble, about 20 miles down the road is a complete...
Look at how hardworking these FEMA people are. Don't they look like they're doing a lot? I mean, every photo, every picture, they're just walking.
Completely different
Still
scene.
with the
Visitors
33
are
on the
flocking to the
bottom.
blue ocean.
And all these people are celebrating. They're like, oh, there's so many dead bodies in the ocean. I'm going to go take a swim today.
There's been a big significant drop in visitors, as you would imagine. Some say that's the way it should be as people are dealing with the aftermath of that wildfire. But others say the island needs tourism more than ever.
They got to cash their checks.
All of our people will need to survive, and we can't afford to have no jobs.
I really think this lady, I'm just going to make a joke out of it. I think this lady is not signing correctly. I just watch her and what they're saying. I think it's all a bunch of BS, but just look at her.
Or no future for our children. When you restrict any travel to a region, you really devastate its own local residents.
I don't think anybody has a problem with visitors. I think people have problems with rude visitors. South Maui is open. Kihei and Wailea is open. Maui is not closed.
Maui's not closed. Let's keep it open. Yeah, we just lost a whole city.
Per day to about 2,000.
Right now, you can still help the families impacted by the wildfires. KCRA 3 has teamed up with the American Red Cross, and so far, you continues to pour
people, through this time.
Okay, I don't even know why I did this one, but we're going to move on from that one. All right. We're moving on.
Being allowed back to their homes to see what, if anything, is left. So far, officials say they've been able to search only about 40% of the disaster zone.
So they're going to let people back on, and they haven't even done 50% of the brush. but they're going to let people back on. I mean, think about that. Just think about that.
They've confirmed more than 100 deaths, a number that's expected to rise significantly as more than 1,000 people are still unaccounted for.
Of course.
Meanwhile, officials are defending their move to not activate the emergency warning sirens when the fire broke out. CBS News correspondent Jonathan Bigliotti pressed Maui officials on that decision.
Do you regret not sounding the sirens?
I do not. And the reason why, and
so many people said they could have been saved if they had time to escape. Had a siren gone off, they would have known that there was a crisis emerging. And as we know, so many bodies were found in the ground as the flames
you
topped
want
the
him
heels.
to give you the answer?
I do, but I want to get it out there.
Let him finish his
I'm
answer.
sorry, there's a lot of people.
Well, you're
who
talking
want
and you're not letting him
answers.
talk. If you want to talk, come up here.
I'm ready for the answer.
Then wait.
the sirens, as I mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis.
CBS News producer Elizabeth.
So they didn't do the sirens, which we heard on another video they did, and they had cops running around saying, evacuate, evacuate during the day. But that's just a contradiction. I'm sorry.
Campbell joins us now from Maui. Elizabeth, officials say they're worried that people were going to mistake those sirens for a tsunami warning. How are people responding to that?
Well, you know, a lot of people are looking for accountability. It's not just Jonathan. Many people have said that if they had heard the sirens, they would have been alerted to an emergency of any kind.
Whoa. Stop it for a second. Real quick. Are you serious? So they didn't want to panic people that it was a tsunami.
Right.
But yet they're going to die from fire.
Right.
I mean, come on. That's so stupid.
That's the reason.
That's
the reason. Yeah, so they want to get everybody up in an uproar because, you know, it's just like Uvalde. They didn't want to go in and they were like putting hand sanitizer on their hands and they wanted to show that to get everybody all riled up when you know it's freaking fake. Okay?
Yep, Riak just called it. She's on a green screen right there. That does look like a green screen.
Oh, they all are. They all are. And thank you for that, Riak.
Yep.
But I'm just telling you, it's all bullshit. This is production. I'm trying to show everybody it's a production. Even like Dub has seen different screenshots and stuff. He's looked into this big time. It's a production, people. It has already been said and done before it happened. Reminds me of a mass shooting. Any type of mass shooting, it just the production of the witnesses, no emotion, no nothing. I don't care what anybody says, but I'm going with, if you don't like it, then go with your emotions. But I'm just telling you, I don't believe anybody, any witnesses, anybody that's standing up talking. It's all a production. It's all to pull whichever way they need to pull.
Well, once they lie, once they get caught lying to us one time, that means they're liars. You know, so it's got to be fake. They got to earn our trust back. You know what I mean?
Fake until proven.
There you go. Exactly.
Telling you. And I need to remember that shit because, excuse my French, I have to remember that. I'm like, the media lies. Fake until proven real. Prove it to me first, because you know what? That's where you got to be.
So far, this looks a lot more like 9/11 of any other event that I've seen.
I don't know. It looks like a lot.
They pound and pound and pound certain points, and the propaganda is so thick in all of this, and it just.
Well, notice they used an Allen that's pretty much owned by all the elites. So what better place to be able to control it?
Exactly. And you know, I'm going along with Michelle on this. It's already they took out the property that they already own. They didn't displace any families. All those families have already taken care of.
They bought them out, didn't they?
Yes, and that's all done and settled, and
Totally.
all the officials are talking about the rebuilding, and we got to make sure that it's done in the right way. I think that's already taken care of. It's past tense on that.
Yeah, make no mistake, they own everything. Try not paying your property tax and see what happens.
Yeah. So much, but so many similarities to this that I see to 9/11 is just crazy.
What you got next, Frosty?
She stepped out for a moment. She'll be right back.
Oh, okay. So what's up, Brian? What are you thinking?
Well, yeah, I think that this is like a big, I don't know, big thing since 9/11, you know what I mean? And just pulling out all kinds of shoving stuff in your face and just
hammering on it.
Yeah, just yeah, like someone said to me, that it's just getting way too much attention. You know what I mean? It gets way too much attention, and there was just things that I remember in my research. I believe the Shell survived. Okay, like a Shell gas station, and in my research of that, I learned there's a thing called shell companies, and there's a hidden meaning behind it all. Like Shell Company, the gas station, is really just a front for laundering of money, and the fact that it survived is just another thing of everything that goes on out there right now. You know what I mean? So you got the Roman Catholic Church that survived, then you got the Shell gas station that survived, which actually is a Shell Company, which is like something for laundering money and stuff like that. Anyway, that's.
You have the big hotel that survived yet on the left and right of that building. Everything next to it is gone, but that building stands in the middle of.
So I've seen in the comments that some people don't believe in the DEWs. What do you guys think about that?
I've seen they have heat technology. I believe that they do have those.
There's something. We just don't know what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There
Like
you go.
I've said in the last stream or whatever, it ain't like someone has a microphone and goes, burn the house on the left. And then they're just like, yeah, and the house on the left's gone. You know what I mean? I don't think it's like that. But
I think it's fairly close to that.
I think it has to have coordination. I think they coordinate. They have to have 3-point coordination, and they use the towers to microwave, like your microwave oven. You're not going to see it. It's not like a laser beam in Star Wars, but I think they can microwave because obviously the technology is real because you cook stuff in your microwave and you don't see anything cooking it, do you? So, it's real, obviously.
The houses that are destroyed are white ash.
That's something way more advanced.
Burned houses are black. The old term, well, it was burned black. Charcoal. The houses that were destroyed were white ash, which means practically incineration.
Right.
Well, Dub, you remember back in the 1970s was when the microwave oven came out, correct? So it's 2023. Imagine how they've built on that technology. They're not going to tell us, what it is. They're usually 60 years ahead of us of what they release to the public.